£27 million on a new goalkeeper, enough Serbians to create their own basketball team, and pretty much, I think we might even be starting the new season with a brand new 11. This is the most Kev transfer window I've ever had. Hello and welcome to part 135 of Backing the Boro. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we are going to be going through all of our summer comings and goings, and there have been a lot. This might be a long one. Plus, we're going to play our first game of the new Premier League season away against newly promoted Norwich. So, if you missed the last episode, we did get survival in the Premier League and, more importantly, £50 million to spend, and spend it I did. Let's have a look at the players that we sold first. We have had that much needed clear out. So Ollie Stainsby gone, Josh Sawyer gone, Tony Barron gone for £5 million. Hayden Sheridan's gone, Peter Anderson's gone, Ashraf's gone, Graziani, who we signed last season, £3 million, he's gone. Del Gaudio, we signed last season, £5 million, he's gone. Zakwani, our record signing goalkeeper, gone for 2.3 million. Galliano's gone on a loan. Luca Fia is gone. Robert Martin gone. Beten gone. Ali Afsharian has gone on a free to Reading. Albert Richardson gone. Thomas Hermes, another of last season's new signing, gone. Lee Hugo, £1.2 million to Forest, and Sean Hull has gone out on a season-long loan to Angers. £23.5 million we brought in, selling all of the players who I decided weren't good enough for the Premier League. As you can see, a lot of the players we signed last summer are now gone. I think last summer's transfer business has been proven to be a bit of a flop, and we've moved on as many of those as I think was necessary. So we move on to the players who've come in. The first one is another mistake. Stephen Robertson, he was our best left-back last season, so we signed him permanently on the cheap. We've actually now signed two better left-backs than him, so I'm trying to get rid of him again. He's not in our Premier League squad, but he's come in permanently. But then the excitement begins. This year, rather than Italy, we went to the World Cup. So we've signed the stars of the World Cup. A lot of them are Serbian. Serbia had a decent World Cup. And more importantly, there was a lot of players still playing in Serbia who we were able to pick up on the cheap. But let's have a little run through what we've got. So, our first Serbian, Branislav Kraljevic, 23-year-old Serbian international striker, 7 caps, 2 goals, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. He was at Newcastle on loan at Cologne last season, £4.6 million. He's not going to be coming straight into our starting 11, but he has potential and is a full international. Ashley Hayes is a 25-year-old English central midfielder we've spent £15 million on. 3.5 star current ability, a season and a half of Premier League experience. These are the kind of players we need to be bringing in. Premier League, Southampton were in the Championship last year. Gordon Bennett, we spent £15 million on a Championship player. Pretend that didn't happen. How have I only just noticed that now? He's still good. Don't worry, he's still good. Ronald Carrascal is a 20-year-old Colombian under-20 right-back, 3.5 star current ability, 5-star potential. We managed to bring him in on the cheap from Atletico Nacional in Colombia. Eric Persson is another right-back, 19-year-old Swedish, full international already, 2.5 star current ability, another one with 5-star potential, who we've brought in on the cheap because no big clubs had come in for him yet. He was still playing in Sweden. Christian Nogueira, we've raided Stoke. This isn't the first time we raided Stoke. Stoke got relegated, as you know, and we've cherry-picked their better players, certainly the ones that were affordable. He's a 22-year-old Spanish under-21 international, 3-star current ability, 3.5 star potential ability. He didn't have the best of seasons last year, but he looked all right when he was playing for Castilla over in Spain. Oh, cool. Oh, have I done it again? No, I haven't. I did these transfers yesterday and I came out of it super confident for the season ahead. I'm still confident. Scott Eilis is a 20-year-old American international striker with 1 goal from 20 caps for America. That's not what we brought him in for, though. He's going to be our complete forward, our support, our link-up between our goal scorer and our midfield. He's got 3-star current ability, and he's been playing in the USA all his career for LA Galaxy, where he does score goals, to be fair. And I hear the MLS is roughly similar standard to the Premier League. Signing of the summer, this is where it starts to get good. Patrick Brodic, 20-year-old Croatian full international defender, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, was still playing in Croatia, and I think he's going to be a superstar. I'm very excited about him. Mirko Kusin is an Italian winger. we're not going to be playing with wingers. He can also play left back, and we've got him training to be a left back straight away. We're also going to be sending him out on loan. He was cheap, 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. If I'd have known we were going to bring in this guy, I wouldn't have signed this guy. Actually, no, it's not that one. There's another Serbian who's a left back who's awesome. Davor Stojanovic is a 20-year-old Serbian international midfielder, 3.5-star current ability. Another one that we were able to just pluck out of Serbia on the cheap, still playing for Red Star. He's going to be awesome. David Fazio is a 22-year-old Italian midfielder on loan from Spurs for the season, 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, played for Wolves last year. And, you know, they finished rock bottom, so he must be good. Our new record signing and a player we've needed for a long, long time. I think I've got it right this time. Ivan Vujacic, a 23-year-old Serbian international, 4.5-star current ability for a goalkeeper. He's already a good player for most Premier League teams. Potential to be a leading Premier League goalkeeper in the future. He's played 2 seasons in the Premier League for Stoke. Another one who came through the system at Red Star, who must have a cracking youth setup, because we've got 3 or 4 players in our team now who've come through the Red Star youth system. John Robinson is another left back. He came in on loan from Man United for the season just to provide a little bit of cover. Enoch Nuhu is a German under-21 international attacking midfielder, 23 years old, from Bayern Munich, 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, was on loan at Dusseldorf last season in the Bundesliga. Michael Jones is our new older defender. 28-year-old American international, 3-star current ability. He's just come in to replace Hermes. I wasn't impressed with Hermes. He can be our new Hermes. Add a little bit of age and experience to the back four, a little bit of organisation. Then we have 2 more lads who are coming in from Red Star. Dejan Joksimovic, who is going to be a superstar, 18-year-old Serbian international left back, already 4-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. He's going to be another absolute superstar, by far and away the best left back at the club, and we picked him up on the cheap. And Nikola Lasic is a 19-year-old Serbian international, 2.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, again from Red Star, on the cheap. They're basically our feeder club at this point. And then my director of football brought this lad in, and I don't know why. I think he just wanted to feel involved. And finally, Ismail Gallego is a defensive midfielder, just in case we need one. He's a youngster. He's come in for offer a little bit of competition for Higgins if we do a defensive midfielder, and also because he's got loads of potential and he was cheap. 19 years old, 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. Comes in from Valencia, and he's actually been playing a little bit in La Liga last season. So, much transfer business, £69 million spent, £23.5 million brought in. Our most spendy summer that we've ever had, but we still have a pile of money in the bank. The new stadium is still due to be ready next summer. We're playing at the Brian Clough Arena in Forest for another year yet. If we have a little look at the season expectations as well before we lump into this game. Now, this is both the in-game season expectations for my team, and this should be used to manage your expectations as viewers too. We are still expected to get relegated. If we get relegated this season, that is fine. It is fine. We're predicted to finish 19th. The board have asked us to battle bravely against relegation again. So even if we go down, we will come back up stronger, because we've brought in all these talented youngsters who, imagine what they'd be like if they had a season in the Premier League now, a title-winning season in the Championship next year, and then came back into the Premier League 2 years older with all that experience and a winning mentality. We'd be into the Europa League. I almost want to get relegated because the prospect of that excites me so much. But obviously the ideal scenario is we finish mid-table this year. I don't know how good this team is going to be, because it's completely new look, and we've tweaked the tactic just a smidgen to try and accommodate new players playing in new roles. We've gone back to how we used to do the front three, back with Ipswich on FM16. We've gone Trequartista, complete forward, poacher, because complete forward and poacher suits the two new, basically our new strike partnership that we're planning on using. Other than that, I toyed with tweaking the midfield around a little bit, because Hayes really wants to be an advanced playmaker, but I want a Mazzala. I like the mobility that having those two players doing that offers. And I think that looks like a decent team. So, our team for the first game of the new season. 10 debuts on the first game of a new season. This is going to be a disaster. We've got Vujicic in goal. A back four of Joksimovic, Brodic, Jones and Carrascal with Fazio, Hayes and Hayes in midfield. Hayes and Hayes is going to be a problem, isn't it? I mean, that's just silly. We need to bin Levi Hayes off, even though he's our new captain. Nuhu is in behind Iles and Nogueira. We do have a slight problem with our dynamics because we've binned off so many players. We don't currently have any team leaders, and we've only got Taggart and Hayes as highly influential players. Now, Taggart probably isn't going to be in the team anymore. He's definitely very much a reserve these days with the new defenders who've come in. Levi Hayes, I can't see him still being in the team regularly at Christmas, but what we need is the likes of Hayes, Vujicic, Iles, Jones. We need these guys who are a little bit older, a little bit more experienced to push up into these areas, and we need someone to emerge as a team leader. But for now, that responsibility goes on Levi Hayes, who's our new captain, and that's why he's the one that's still in the team, because we need a little bit of leadership out there. But enough talk. Let's go and test ourselves against Norwich. Remember, Norwich newly promoted. If we had any opportunity for a winning start, surely it was going to be this one. Although we are away from home, which has traditionally been a bit of a problem for us. We have redone the squad numbers as well. It's the first time in this entire save we've done that. But with such a high turnover of players, it just seems silly having loads of players with number 48 on their backs. So we cleared them all off and redistributed our squad numbers. So if you're looking for your usual favourites with their usual numbers, they might not have them. But there you go. There's some new squad numbers for you to have a little look at. Right, let's get into this game. Krajovic will play soon. I don't know who Mike Evans is. Yes, we're going to win because we're awesome. I just want to play well. I want to create chances. That was the big issue that we had towards the end of last season. Yeah, we were conceding goals like nobody's business, but we've got one of the, I would say we've arguably got the best up and coming goalkeeper in the Premier League now. So we should concede fewer goals. We've spent £27 million on a goalkeeper. It's ridiculous money for Nuneaton. And we've got some good defenders playing in front of him as well. And we've conceded a goal after 4 minutes. I mean, for goodness sake. Hopefully, we're going to have a little bit less of that this year. And we can create a few chances. But obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time for these lot to get used to playing with each other. And we are in a race against time, really. We need all of these new players to gel before we're relegated, so we have a chance to get out of the relegation battle. It's going to be an interesting challenge. Hayes to Hayes, still a problem. Nuhu, Hayes again, or is it Hayes? No, it's Hayes. Fazio to Hayes. Look, we're knocking the ball around the midfield. We haven't done this for a while. Carrascal. Hayes is in behind. Can he cross it? He can, but it can't quite find our man. It falls to Fazio, who tries to get it back over to Hayes, and it's with Hayes. Fazio, Nuhu. Look at this. We're actually attacking. We haven't attacked for so very long. But now Norwich are coming at us again, and have we got the oomph about us to actually defend? And it's 2-0 after 8 minutes. Oh my word, imagine being an Nuneaton fan in these circumstances. We lost so many consecutive games in the second half of last season. But then we had a really promising summer. We spent all this money. We brought in so many good players. Our left back is an actual bona fide wonder kid. We've not had a wonder kid before. We have an actual wonder kid now. But then you go to a newly promoted team on the first day of the season and you're 2-0 down after 8 minutes. And you just think, oh well, this Premier League thing was fun for the first half of last season. It was fun while it lasted. But I think this might be a long, hard season. Yikes. Come on, we need to sort ourselves out in this second half. I obviously at the moment have no idea who my best 11 are going to be either, because I've signed a lot of players. I don't know if this is the best combination of them. I'm obviously not going to fiddle with... Oh, good, that was disallowed. I'm not going to fiddle with the tactic too much, but I'm going to try different players. We've got Holmqvist still knocking around, who could slot back into this back four if need be. That was awful. That was just awful. I don't know, like I say, how long Levi Hayes is going to be in that midfield, whether we need to bring Mulan back in to play as the ball-winning midfielder in there. This guy's good, isn't he? Florian Gabriel, that's his hat-trick. Perhaps we should have signed him. We've not had a shot on target. We have had one shot in this first half, and Norwich have had a player score a hat-trick. Oh, my word. We'll be fine. Remember, I just talked about the plan to get relegated and come back up even stronger. We're still Nuneaton. We don't need to be the best team in the Premier League yet. We've got an awful lot of good young players who, they're going to be awesome. Imagine this team in the Championship. We'd get 120 points. Right, Hayes to Fazio. We just need to show a little bit of signs of something. Eyeless is in and misses. And that was some miss, apparently, according to the helpful commentary at the bottom of the screen. Hayes now with a terrible corner. Hayes picks it up. And it's back to Nuhu, who's in space. Finds Fazio, who's also in space. And that is also a terrible miss. This is the effect of dynamics, I think. It even says when you have low team cohesion, they make poor decisions. Their positioning is poor. This is literally the effect of dynamics in action here. We need these players to get friendly with each other and quick, because we can't have players shooting the way those players have just been shooting, and we can't have positioning all over the place the way we've seen so far. Yikes. We did sign that young winger. We could play one winger. I'm not going to play a winger. Let's not get carried away. Right, Fazio. Do something special. To Nuhu. To Hayes. See, we knocked the ball around nicely in midfield. At least we can keep the ball here now. It's a ball over the top to Nogueira. And that is another terrible miss. We're actually ahead on clear-cut chances now. I'm taking some positives here. If dynamics had worked, we would be okay, because the goals they're conceding are completely as a result of poor positioning, which is literally, definitely, absolutely defined in game as a result of dynamics. And we've had more clear-cut chances than they've had. There's positives to take out of this. Admittedly, not many, but there's some positives we can take out of this. Right, we're going to change the strikers completely because they've been rubbish. Brodic has also been rubbish. We're going to bring on Tommy Taggart for him. And we're going to see if that combination of striker is any better than the one that we had on for the first 70 minutes of the game. And it's Hayes with a free kick and misses. He's supposed to be good at that. Oi, oi, oi. Right, Fazio again. Lazic now, first chance to have a look at him, squares it to Brown, and Brown heads it straight at their keeper, but that's our third clear-cut chance. We're 3-1 up on clear-cut chances, but 3-0 down on the day, because we've given 10 debuts, and it's absolutely because we've given 10 debuts. Right, we need to go on a golf retreat or something to get this lot to make friends with each other. Oh, can I just buy them all Tamagotchis or something so they have to group together and keep their Tamagotchis alive? We need a team building exercise. We all need to go and balance on a log. It'll be fine. Everyone seems motivated. We'll go and beat West Ham now and we'll be absolutely fine. There's no reason to panic yet, because even if we get relegated, I'm not getting fired. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. By the way, tell me which of those players I've signed were the most rubbish, because I love being able to call back on those when they end up being superstars. So tell me how bad the transfer window was. And thank you very much for watching.